Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of TETO.
Yes, sir.
Week 2 starting tonight. Thursday night football.
Good matchup.
Starts today. Yeah, decent little matchup.
Yeah.
Commanders versus the Packers. Obviously, week
Left
one.
hand up. Who up?
All right.
That's catchy, bro. It's catchy.
It is catchy. It was catchy back in the day.
Yikes.
But yeah, week 1. We're gonna get to just talk about week 1.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got our pick'ems, coming later, and then fantasy football week 1 as well.
Man, we gotta talk about that.
Huh?
We gotta talk about fantasy
we
football.
both lost, so it's going. It's both.
Accountability.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then a couple boxing fights coming up,
Yeah.
that got announced. So we'll touch on those a little bit, and that'll be it. So it might be a little bit of a short episode.
Keep it short,
but,
yeah.
Still some good content to put out for y'all.
For sure.
So, so basically we're just gonna dive straight into, some major games this week that happened. Obviously, we're not gonna talk about Jags versus Panthers or Giants versus Commanders or things like that. We're gonna talk about kind of the more pivotal games, starting
Premier games
with
exactly.
marquee
games. Yeah.
Starting
Games
with,
that matter.
Starting with Thursday night football.
Yep.
Obviously, my Cowboys came into Philly and lost 20-24. And we know everything that transpired. The Jalen Carter spit.
54,000. That was the fine.
54,000.
Yeah,
damn.
like
that's taking dimes out of Jalen Carter.
But imagine though, 50,000.
54,000. Yeah, 50,000 out of the bank account would hurt.
Yeah.
No matter how rich you are, I ain't gonna lie.
For a spit.
So, yeah, exactly. But obviously we know how that game went.
Mm-hmm.
And takeaways on that, or
I like you guys put up a good fight. You guys put up a good effort. I said you guys kept it close and whatnot, and you were marching down there in that first quarter.
Yeah.
And Javonte Williams seemed to turn the clock back.
Somehow, some way.
But it's a respectable effort. I got to give you that, and I think that rain delay, that storm delay, that kind of killed the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was a Cowboys fan, I'd be like encouraged, to I'm like, all right, a lot of people are talking we're gonna get smacked, I'm gonna get ran,
exactly.
but it's like we put up, a decent effort against the defending champs.
Yeah, I would say so too, and I think that if CD comes down with not even it's not even really just CD, but the Miles Sanders fumble and things like that, I think we were a couple plays away from beating him.
Street saying he's a double agent.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might be. But it's all good. That's why Jaden Blue is gonna take his spot soon. Don't trip. But just a couple plays. The CD 2, 2, 3, 4 catches. He makes those. It's a different ball game. Things like that. So, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? I'd rather get the L out now. To be in a close game with Philly. On the road, the defending champions. I'll take that. I thought we was gonna get blown out by 20 points. So we looked a lot better than I thought we would. And as a Cowboys fan, you can't be mad at that. So shout out Dak. You know what I'm saying? Dak hooped. Although the stat sheet might not say he did.
Eye test.
Eye test. Yeah, if you watch the game, sat down, watch the game, you would know he did play very good. But unfortunately, we just could not get to Jalen Hurts at all.
He's running all over the place.
I think he was sacked maybe one time, but no sacks up until the second half. Like, just all the scrambles in the world. We just could not get to him. We contained AJ. We contained Devonta. We even slowed down. We didn't stop, but we slowed down Saquon. But we just Hurts killed us with his legs, and that was really the moral of the story of the game. So I'm not mad at it though. I look forward to this week blasting on your Giants. Pause. And it's a good little get back game for us. So,
Get back game.
get right game, I should say.
Fair enough.
But bounce back game. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for.
There you go.
Moving on though.
No.
After Thursday came Friday in Brazil. The Chiefs took on the Chargers. And the Chargers pulled it out 27-21.
Yeah.
Obviously, Herbert had a game. Xavier Worthy went down.
Quentin Johnson. I swear, people in Brazil might think Quentin Johnson is Calvin Johnson.
they
might think he's Megatron down there. The way he was balling, man.
Yeah, man. Quentin Johnson had a game.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen had a game, and Lab McConkey did everything else in between. So, and Justin Herbert, man, he hooped. He definitely hooped.
Jay Herbert, I know. We know.
Facts. We've been trying to say for years. Jay Herbo's up there with them.
He is.
You know what I mean? And the biggest thing was get him more than one good receiver,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see what he can do. And he showed us
Right.
Friday night what he can do with a good, core, with a good supporting cast. So
it's with the old Keenan, you know what I mean? Obviously, you got
old Keenan,
inconsistent Johnston,
yeah,
and also you got good old lad there,
right?
But hey man, Jay Herbo, come on, he like that. Wait till obviously what is year 6 for him? I think
Herbert.
Yeah. But obviously I don't know if you want to talk about like a playoff wins and whatnot, but man, some of the best, it took them a little bit to get over the hump.
Right.
You know what I mean? And but hey man, shout out Jay Herbo, shout out the Chargers. Mahomes did some homey things there.
Yeah, he
did.
Know
what I mean, I'll give him credit for that. But I said, hey man, Chiefs, they did what they could.
Very banged up right now.
Right. And I don't know. It's just you're watching the Chiefs. I don't think teams fear them.
Yeah,
I think that fear factor is. Do you think it's been gone? Like for a season at least. Like last year, do you think teams were like?
I think people fear him, but I mean I don't think they fear him, but I think they still take him serious.
Have a healthy respect.
I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They still take him serious. Like we can't just. It's not a walk in the park. Even though you look at their roster and you're like, bro, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But they have Mahomes and they got Andy Reid and they got Spags. Yep, a great defensive coordinator. So they can beat anybody on their best day. So, like you said, I don't think they're feared. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you come to Kansas City and you're like, fuck, bro, we might get blown out. But you know what I mean?
They're not dropping 40 on your head no more.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs, and it's ironic because the Chiefs, they're in a close game every game now.
Yeah, they're always.
They're in close games, whether it's a divisional opponent, a top team, a mid team. It just feels like they're always within 10 points. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's hard for me to say you're like a contender when it's like that. But we all know at the end of the day,
that's what separates
what they do. Yeah,
contenders from pretenders. Are you able to battle through adversity?
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to, when you need to get this 3rd and 7,
right?
When you need to make this stop, you know what I mean? Are you able to do so? And they find, week in and week out, they find ways to make those plays happen for sure. So,
yeah, even in that game, it just felt like one of them games. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna come back and win.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna do what they do and win the game, squeeze it out somehow. Pause. But Herbert held on. Herbert, you know what I'm saying, weathered the storm.
Right.
He came out there and hooped. So shout out Herbert trying to kick out that MVP campaign.
Thanks.
So shout out Herbert. But
Herbo.
We'll also talk about them a little bit later.
Yeah.
The next segment, next game.
The Sunday night game.
You want to talk about that one right now?
Oh, we're doing the.
I was gonna say Packers versus Lions.
Oh my bad, I just skip right over that.
My bad. Like the order.
Yeah, my bad. I just skip right over them.
You're good.
Dyslexia, man.
My bad. You're good.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, Packers versus Lions, man.
Your man Mike, is he on this shirt somewhere?
Oh, he is on it.
Right, you on the hoodie right there.
Unfortunately.
I gotta text that one out, but yeah, he made his,
that one out.
he made his package debut up there in Lambeau, got himself a sack, and he really showed, why they gave up, what they did to get him, and the quality he brings to a team, and
exactly.
And Green Bay, they could be, obviously this obviously makes them contenders, with Micah.
Right.
But I think the bigger story is here the Lions taking a step back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, they said week 1. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you lose, we've said this a million times.
Both your coordinators.
Two and top coordinators at that, and now they did look. You know what I mean? Like these guys didn't have, even like the Gibbs. You know what I mean? They didn't have the best of days and whatnot, and J-Mo and all those people. It's like oof. It's like
they all had a rough day.
The panic meter. Some people are obviously they're like, oh my gosh, like
right. Exactly.
But some obviously like I said it's week 1, but I think. I'm not surprised there might be some regression here though for this team. And I was gonna ask, do you think they've missed their window?
I would believe so. I love their personnel still. They still got everybody, and they're still young. But man, after losing them two, man, the coordinators, it's shaky. You know what I'm saying? They both got head coach jobs for a reason.
Right.
That's how good of coaches they were. And I don't got the thing with Goff, and I was talking to my pops about this actually. The thing with Goff is that we've never seen him be good under a like regular offensive mastermind, if you know what I mean. Or
Right.
Not mastermind, but like, you know what I'm saying.
He's always been around the gurus.
He's been around the gurus.
That's where he found success.
You know what I'm saying? Sean
the guru.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sean McVay,
Yeah.
Ben Johnson. Those are two of the best offensive play
Minds,
callers.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Michael, yeah, whatever you want to say. They are two of the best in the business.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's that's kind of my biggest question mark with them is Jared Goff. But other than that, they still got the talent. I know they lost the 2 linemen too, but I don't think that should like hurt them. But at the end of the day, bro, them coaches matter, man. Them coaches definitely matter, and people love calling Dan Campbell one of the best coaches in the league. But I think it was more so his staff. And we'll see how they.
That's a part. That's a part of being a great coach.
Yeah, is the staff you bring in. I get that too.
But it's also like you said, my bad. Like there's there's X and O's coach, and you have like the motivator coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guys that they go out there, they give you that rah speech. You're ready to run through a brick wall. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sure you be hearing how you be talking, and you be like, hey, let's get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'll be feeling motivated too. But you know what I mean? Or for example, you look at someone like KOC though. He can give that speech.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he gonna sauce you up.
And he
you know
does X's and O's.
And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man, it's definitely you gotta show us,
Yeah, facts.
And I know like now people are kind of not calling out, but people are like questioning if he made the right decision and letting go. Not letting go, but the current offensive coordinator for the Jets, he went with Aaron Glenn. He was some people thought he was supposed to be next in line to take Ben Johnson's coordinator job in Detroit. And he's had Justin Fields out there balling in New York, so they're like, yo, bro, did you pick the wrong dude to be the next one? Yeah. But time will tell. Like I said, it's week 1, but yeah, we got plenty of more games, plenty of ball left.
No, facts, exactly. At the end of the day, it's week 1. We're not gonna overreact, and we're gonna get into that a little bit later. But it was kind of an eye opener. Like, okay, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a question circulating around all off season, and based off week 1, we're like, okay, this might really
there might be some truth. Case. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how they fare up. Packers are a good team, divisional game. Yeah. So we'll see how they hold up. Across all 17 weeks. But yeah, man, didn't look too good for them Detroit boys, man. But moving on, I could tell you were eager to get to this game.
Yeah.
The Ravens versus the Bills.
Sunday
night football. What a game, man. Yeah. We were expecting some fireworks. That's exactly what we got. Yeah. Obviously, the Bills knocked them down 41-40. What a game, man. I don't know.
Absolute cinema, man. It's just, we always know, like, when these two teams match up, you know what I mean? When these two quarterbacks, you know what I mean? These are two, the best quarterbacks in the league, man. And, seeing what they're able to do, execute at that level, and it's just it's always just great football all around. But it's just like, you always hear the Ravens, you know what I mean? What are they known for? They're known for
blowing them leads.
Somebody said John Harbaugh is the NFL Doc Rivers.
Yeah, he might be.
Like, it's like, who's, they got the one chip, you know what I mean? They be living off of, and they have a
he really might be.
They got the consistent record of of choking, you know what I mean, and giving up these leads. Well, yeah, Harbaugh, I think he has the most double-digit losses. You know what I mean? Like comeback, like losses, things like that, choking that, pause. And then also Doc Rivers with the 3-1, a series lead. But it's just like to the game though, man. I was like, obviously, Henry, he was carving him.
Yeah,
he was carving him up. And then it just shows how a moment game can just change.
Yeah, that fumble.
He had that one fumble, and and at the end of the game they were down 15 with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah. And
then just like that they were back in it. The next they were leading.
Right.
So it's just it's like, man, these are you gotta ask yourself, like, are we getting the same old Ravens again? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. It's what they do.
It's what they do.
What they do.
But yeah, man, it's like I'm not overly worried, but that thought does creep in.
Yeah.
Like, here we go again.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Nah, yeah, I was impressed with both sides, man. I mean, Josh Allen is just Superman. It's just so crazy, man. Like, and you got the people that are like, that's why he's MVP, and you can't really say much to it. You know what I'm saying? Henry had a game. Zay Flowers had a game. You had D-Hop making vintage D-Hop plays, one-hand catches. Right. So, and obviously Lamar balled out. It's not like Lamar just didn't do anything. But Josh Allen on the other side of the ball, he's damn near doing everything.
He has to.
Just like the scrambling, the throws on the run, you know what I'm saying, the rushing touchdowns, he's doing everything. And I don't know. I said in the previous episode, I think Lamar is gonna win and kick off his MVP campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I mean, Josh Allen's in the lead in that that category. So yeah, man, it was a good game, but once you like you brought it up, I gotta question Harbaugh, man, because down the stretch they had the ball with 4 minutes left, or not. I think it was not the possession that Derrick Henry fumbled, but the one before that. I think they had went just like 3 passes in a row, and it was a quick 3 and out, and it was like, you have Derrick Henry who's been cooking all night. Right. Why are you not running the ball 2 times?
They have a habit of doing that too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what John Harbaugh does. And at some point you got to realize. And even like the play, like I don't know, bro. The 4th and 2 was, I don't know where I would have went right there, bro. I would have put the hands in my best players, man. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I would have put the ball in my best players' hands and told him go pick up 2 yards and close this bitch out. Yeah. It's week 1. Why not? So. I just some of the questionable play calling, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no coach, but, you know, from the outside looking in, it was just kind of like, man, this is some questionable stuff right here. And ultimately it costed him the game, and Josh Allen walked him down and came back. It was crazy. So
shout out Keon, man.
Yeah, shout out Keon. Keon was trying to hoop. Yeah. Keon was trying to hoop. I saw, maybe it's the breakout year for him. Who knows? Maybe. They need that. They gonna need that week to week. Is a receiver to step up, and they all did. Khalil was hooping. Kincaid had a touchdown. Yeah. Shakira's making timely catches. Coleman, obviously. So, not the best roster, but when you got Josh Allen, you can get it done. So, shout out the Bills, man. They pulled it out. Man.
All they got, all they need. You know what I mean?
Facts. This is all we got. This is all we need.
But yeah, man, I'm sure they'll meet down the line.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
In January or whenever that is, and that'll be another great matchup.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And then moving on to Monday's game, another big pivotal game for us. Yeah. J.J. McCarthy's debut, Caleb Williams' debut under Ben Johnson, and kind of another choke job if you want to call it what it is.
Right.
Vikings lead a comeback to win 27-24 in Chicago. Was it in Chicago?
Yeah.
In Chicago. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, J.J. McCarthy, man, had a very rough first half.
Yeah, we was in there chatting. We're like,
rejoicing. We was rejoicing.
Yeah, it's the J.J. we know.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, and he had us eating us our words, man. You know, after that pick 6, you know, he was like, all right, man. You know, when your back's up against the wall, you know, you gonna sink or swim.
Right.
And you know, he took them boys. He said, let's go.
Yeah.
And
he rallied them.
He locked in and. You know, he's out here dotting and, you know, and whatnot. And
somehow.
And he got him. He brought him back to victory, man. And I gotta give him respect. You know what I mean?
Right.
Respect to JJ, man. You know, good. That's good. Is he gonna be able to do that week in, week out? You know, time will tell.
Right.
But that's definitely, you know, if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, that's very encouraging. You gotta be very happy to see that. You know, you got a guy that's gonna never stop fighting. You know, even when it gets tough. You know what I mean? He's gonna put it all out there. And. You know, I think now, you know, I feel like people are gonna start looking at JJ a little bit differently. Yeah. Which, you know, I mean, is fair.
Right.
But yeah, man. Like Caleb, man. Like.
Yeah, bro. It's been looking rough, bro.
Yeah. There's some throws there. You know what I mean? It's just guys. Oh, was that a DJ Moore one?
DJ Moore that's down the sideline in the Tampa 2. He had him, and just. I don't know, man. The first half, he just looks a little comfortable, but when I watch him, I just think he's scared. I think he's scared of getting picked off, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, you don't want to get picked off or force throws or anything, but you have open guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have playmakers more than that. Right. So sometimes you just got to go with your gut and let it go. Yeah. And Ben Johnson's going to help you. He's going to put you in positions, but, you know, it just felt like the whole first half, you just check down. Wide open check down, maybe a guy across the middle for 10 yards, but like you can go up in games like that, but you can't win games like that. You know what I mean? And Bears defense held it down, but at the end of the day, you know, he said it himself. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I got to be Superman when it's time to be Superman or something like that. And that's the truth. So.
Some place he was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. He's scrambling, he's getting out there.
Yep.
Yeah, he was killing him.
Exactly. He was. The scrambles he was killing, for sure.
Yeah.
He probably had like 50 yards on the ground just off scrambles alone. So,
rushing touchdown.
I mean, he was, exactly. The rushing touchdown. Yeah. Almost 2 of them. So, like, he was moving with his feet, but there was also times where he was just moving frantically. and just like look for 2 seconds, clean pocket, and just try to take off, and he gets some yards out of it, of course. But you know, I don't know, man. You just got to stand up in the pocket sometimes and just be, you know what I'm saying? Be what's the word I'm looking for? Just be fearless.
No.
Looking ass. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
be fearless.
It's just like he was scared, but
no.
He does, even with that being said, he does look even a lot more comfortable than he was last year.
For sure, yeah.
Which is why I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna give him some
time.
Week
1.
It's
week
you know
1.
It's week 1.
Right.
And you know the overthrows or the missed throws are gonna happen. Everybody has them, but as long as he can just keep getting better, you know, more and more under Ben Johnson, I think they'll be fine. But yeah, JJ, man, JJ shocked me, man. I was happy. I was arguing with Jaren and K-Ron and telling them all like, yeah, I told y'all. Even Jaren was in that bitch talking about I'm not a Vikings fan no more. Should have never let go of Sam Darnold, and he turned it up in that fourth quarter. So I can't be mad at that. But you know, shout out JJ.
Yeah. So those are like, you know, the marquee matchups. Those are the games that, you know, that matter. Not matter, but you know what I mean.
Not matter.
Yeah, it was a prime time. You know what I mean.
Right.
But now it's, you know, go through a couple. You know what I mean. You give a team that, you know, you felt that, you know, was like let you down, you know, or it shocked you with how good they were. But yeah, you talk to us, man.
Yeah. I don't know about if let me down is the right word I should be used. I will say let down. I think the Jags, and not as a team because obviously they won, but that offense, you know, I expected that offense to be just a tad bit more explosive than what we got. Obviously, they killed Carolina on the ground and whatnot. So you know, reviving Travis Etienne was one step. Yeah. But you know, I expect them to have a very good air raid, especially when Travis is playing more snaps on offense. And that's kind of not what we got. You know what I'm saying? And it'll take time. Once again, you know, new head coach, learning a new system. So I think it'll take time. But it was kind of underwhelming. I was like, oh yeah, they might drop like 30 on Carolina. You know what I'm saying? And they came out there and they won the game, but you know,
not in the fashion.
Yeah, not in the fashion that I would expect.
Right, or looking for. That's fair.
That would probably say my biggest letdown.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
I'd say my biggest shock was that Steelers Jets game. You know, entering that week, that game had like the lowest over under. Right. You know, we were all expecting this to be a defensive, you know, slugfest, defensive in the trenches battle. But you know, we got a shootout. You know what I mean? You know, I gotta give Rodgers looked like he turned the clock back a little bit.
Right.
You know,
4 touchdowns.
He remembered who he was. You know what I mean? He was out there dotting stuff. Justin Fields out there. You know what I mean? He was. I feel like, you know, he's playing with how do I say it? He's playing with a freedom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He was playing.
He felt like loose out there.
You know what I mean? Like he was just playing his game, and you know, he was just doing, you know, he was doing his best, and he was cooking. Right. I mean, Brees was looking good out there too, man. Shout out Garrett Wilson and them boys. But the defense, of course, you know what I mean. That's what the bread and butter for the Jets is gonna be. Right. But obviously, you know, for neither team, that's what it was. You know what I mean. But that game did surprise me. It was like, you know, I wasn't expecting that. It is back and forth game for sure. And do you expect this week in and week out from these two teams? No. You know what I mean. But those two teams did. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, maybe there's a little something there. You know
facts, they both showed promise.
Yeah, for sure.
On both sides. Yeah. Obviously, you had the question about Justin Fields. He hooped out. You had the question about Aaron Rodgers. He hooped. Right. So, you know, they both. I wasn't expecting anything like that. Right, I thought it would be a 16-10 game.
That's generous.
Something like that. Yeah, that's generous.
I thought Chris Boswell just be.
Yeah, exactly. Like, win with Chris Boswell.
Right.
Field goals, but it was a very exciting game. You know, nonetheless, they got all the stars involved as well. It wasn't just like randoms. Garrett scored. Brees was hooping.
Ramsey closed it out with that tackle.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a very exciting game, and yeah, for two teams that are supposed to be designed around their defense, you know, that type of game was pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. No, it's pretty fun.
Arthur Smith's still doing. I don't want to say the word because it's what day it is, but you know, but you know, they're not playing Caleb Johnson and whatnot.
Facts.
But bro.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I mean, Jaylen Warren, I get it. That's been your guy. You know what I'm saying? You guys have had him along. He's a face that you guys recognize a lot. But Kenneth Gainwell getting carries over him is like, why not take the shot on y'all young guy? You know what I'm saying?
I'm still trying to preserve him, but even then, like, as a rookie, a running back, you know, you
Right.
are in your prime.
Yeah,
As soon as
exactly.
easy, like
So,
easy to transition into the
right.
league. Like, plus that's what they known for. You know, Pittsburgh always known for just running. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
The Iowa Hawkeyes. You know what I mean? Basically.
Iowa, it's damn near. That's why it was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, you got the same jersey and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, man, that's a good surprise. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be tuning into those games. You know what I mean? But you know, that's good. I enjoyed that. You know,
Right.
I'll say that surprised me.
No, for sure.
I'll tell you, really surprised me though. That boy in Indy, man, Danny Dimes. I think
Who is he feeling like?
They scored on every possession.
Yeah, I know.
That's insane.
Insane.
That's insane, man. But that was against a depleted Miami defense.
Right.
So I ain't expect all that though. You know,
Exactly.
nobody. He's out there moving Vanilla Vic back. You know what I mean? He's moving like that and whatnot. But hey, shot Tyler Warren's out there looking good, man. Like I don't know. I wasn't surprised by that though.
Yeah, nobody really was.
But yeah, man. Shout out Indy. Shout out Daniel Jones on his redemption arc. You know what I mean? But
yeah, they always, the thing with the Colts is that they always had a team. You know what I'm saying? Like Gardner Minshew went to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying, as their quarterback, because they've always just had a good system. Shane Steichen is the head coach, great head coach. So they've always had the system, but it's just they have been in quarterback purgatory for years. And if Daniel Jones, I mean, obviously he's not going to score 4 touchdowns week in, week out, or however many touchdowns he had. But if he could just be that game manager and get Tyler Warren and Michael Pittman and Josh Downs and Jonathan Taylor the ball, lean on that offensive line, lean on that defense.
Right. I wonder if this is kind of like I kind of see, for me, I kind of see similar to like the Baker story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going down to Tampa, you know,
like
kind of reviving himself, and you know, I mean, if Danny Dimes can put a year together, you know, Baker got a nice little deal. They gave him was it like a $300 million a couple years ago, and I think they're about to re-up him again. You know what I mean? So if Daniel Jones, you know, you get out of toxic New York, man, you know what I mean? And
toxic New York.
It's a waste.
Him now. Let's go, Jackson Dart. You gonna be starting on Sunday? Feeding to the dogs.
I was about to say something, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But hey, man, let's feed him to the dogs, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Andrew Thomas, come back, bro.
Facts, Andrew Thomas, yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna do enough though either.
I saw somewhere that he really is one of them players that like flip the whole offense when he's in compared to when he's out. So I didn't know he was really. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was
that
like,
good. Yeah,
up there. So
he's my everything.
Yeah. Look at that. All right.
I smiled today because he just exists. You know what I mean?
That's thanks. All right. Moving on. This was kind of a last second segment I decided to add on here. A lot of these we touched on, but we're still gonna talk about them. So week 1, right? Obviously, it's 1 week. You know, very small sample size, but they're also very telling sometimes. So I'm gonna go through. I got 8 statements here, I guess, if you want to.
All right, here we go.
8 statements. You're gonna
brought to you by ChatGPT.
Face size. 8 statements after week 1.
All right.
And you're gonna tell me if they're an overreaction or a valid reaction. Like I said, some of these we already touched on, but we're gonna go over them still.
All right.
Starting with number 1, the Lions will miss their coordinators this year and could miss the playoffs.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous. You know, I think you know, the day and age we live in right now, it's like, you know what I mean, you know, teams' success is predicated on the game plan that these coaches and coordinators do draw up.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the past, it was like, you know what I mean, like I'm talking like the Mannings, the Breeze, like even like those guys, you know, like the quarterback was the field general. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They were making audibles out there. You know, they're trying to get you to they're playing mind games with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But in today's day and age, it's like, all right, throw here, throw that guy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
this is your first read, this is your second read.
Right. And so now you missed, like I said, you missed those 2 key coordinators. I definitely do see a step taken back. And also, it doesn't help playing in a tough division in the NFC North, right?
Right.
So when it comes to missing the playoffs, I'm like, you know what I mean? These games are going to be dogfights for them.
Exactly.
So
if you split with all of them, that's, you know what I'm saying, 4 L's right there.
Yeah.
So
and I'm sure they have a tough schedule too, you know what I mean? So,
do.
yeah, you know, that's a valid reaction now.
Yeah, I would say valid reaction as well. We kind of touched on it already. I mean, I think I would believe that the personnel would get them there. You know what I'm saying? Just their roster and just how many stars they got. You know what I mean? That leads me to think that they would get there. But after week 1, they just
this could be tough.
Very rough. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't know if that can hold up without their 2 coaches gone. But we'll see. But I think that is a valid concern, valid reaction to have. for the Lions. So moving to number 2, once again touched on it a little bit. Bills are the team to beat in the AFC.
I'll pump the brakes a little bit on that. You know what I mean? Obviously, they showed they're definitely a contender.
Right.
But you gotta look at teams like Cincinnati. They had a very down week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're known for their slow starts. And also, we saw what Lamar and the Ravens were doing in that first half. You know what I mean? They were cooking them and whatnot.
Exactly, yeah.
So, you got to think. Obviously, he's got to put the complete game together.
Right.
And obviously, you can't discount the Chiefs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you can't. In this day and age, you can't. No matter how shaky or how many one-score games they're involved in, you can't
Right.
you can't discount the Chiefs. And who knows about the ascension of the Chargers and Jay Herbo?
Right.
What and some other teams
Denver.
that you can make arguments for in that defense and whatnot. So I'm not gonna say it off rip. It's going through them. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
But they're definitely high on that list.
Yeah, they are
definitely up on that list for sure.
Nah, yeah, I would say slight overreaction.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's between the Bills and the Ravens at this point, but
and the Dolphins.
Once again, stuck in the Dolphins. Once again, though, the Ravens, like you said, they dominated them all the way up until the fourth quarter, and I can't just let that go past. So we'll see how both of them play out. And even then, like Ravens last year started out 3-0 and won 12 games or something like that. So I'm not gonna let this one L take away from them. Same with, like you said, the Chiefs or whoever decides to have a great regular season. But we know that them top 3 teams are gonna be in the mix, and whoever wins the gauntlet between those 3 will be going to the AFC. So I would say overreaction as well. Moving on, since you just brought them up, number 3.
I had a feeling.
What?
I had a feeling they're gonna be in there.
Number 3, Dolphins are cooked and they won't even win 6 games this year.
Dang.
6 games, that's like nothing, bro.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if Mike McDaniels don't make it 6 games. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can honestly see that. I think it's just there's just so much going on down there. You know what I mean? Like the coach McDaniels on the hot seat. You know what I mean? Tua, he's that terrible game in Indy, and like if they had a terrible game against the Broncos, you'd be like, oh, that's Denver.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or get like a great defense. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking like a great defense. You'd be like, all right, that's understandable. But I ain't nobody expected Indy to go up there and they had 2 forced fumbles. I think they had a couple interceptions. Like they was just locked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they said, you got Tyreek Hill, all off season. You know what I mean? They're talking about, like, oh, he's gonna be part of the team, asking for a trade and whatever. Right. And now, he has his own. Now the trade rumors are back up again. You know what I mean? Like, talking about they're not taking calls, but teams are calling. Yeah. About Tyreek Hill and whatnot, and it's just Tua, is just he's on the clock. You know what I mean? And then did Waddle get hurt? I think the Waddle.
No, he came back.
He came back.
He
okay.
Stepped down and came back in. That's what he do.
But yeah, and people are gonna be feasting.
Yeah.
On that Miami defense, man.
Really
they'll be singing that Morgan Wallen song.
Fantasy galore.
They're gonna be singing that Morgan Miami song. Down in Miami. How that goes? Don't get the copyright, but hey, man. Hey, man. Yeah, nah. I mean, they're about to get Garrett Nussmeier down there.
Garrett Nussmeier.
Nah, they're about to get somebody though. I feel like they be the team and probably say like they smart. They got just take Caleb down. I don't know. Get some defensive help. I think they'll probably give Tua one more year. And then,
I think so.
Get that price a little lower. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, they're cooked, man. Yeah, they're. See ya, hey man. If you a Miami fan, start looking at those mock drafts.
Mock drafts.
Start tapping in.
Nah, for sure. I would say a valid reaction as well. Even though 6 games is nothing, there's just so much wrong with this team. You just got the coaching and coming into this year, we had they're an easy offense to figure out. Cover 2 shell, high cover 2, and it's over with. Right. That's all the Colts ran, and we saw what was happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you just have everything.
It's crazy
on the sideline, or not the sidelines, but off the field as well. Yeah. Tyreek and just like Tyreek talking about his own team and just the personnel isn't what it used to be. Like, I'd be surprised they won 5 games, bro. Like, it's just a bad team. And that's all if Tua doesn't get hurt again. So it's
like I say, he's on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. So They are.
You know, 3 things guaranteed
sure.
in this life: death, taxes, and 2 getting concussed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't pray for it. You know what I mean? We hope, you know, stay healthy, man. But like, hey, man, you know, say, man,
It's bound. It's bound to happen. Inevitable facts.
Yeah, see, not praying that over you, man. But nah, man.
All right, moving on. Number 4. Kind of touch on it once again. Justin Fields has found his home and will finally put up a great year this year.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it determines how do you define great. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say like good slash.
Are we talking like statistical, or are we just talking about team success?
No, no. Well, I'm
like personal,
more
like
just
personal, like himself, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like if he has a, let's just say like
I think you have, yeah.
It's one of those like make or break years, and it's like, oh yeah, this is our guy leading forward. Like, will he have that type of year?
I can see it. I do. I still do have. You know, I'm still a little wary. Weird, you know, about because it's New York, you know, it's toxic, it's the Jets, you know. Hey, man, you know what I mean? Like, but from everything, you know, you're hearing and seeing, especially like what you saw, you know what I mean? Aaron Glenn did come out and say, like, you know, I remember like prior, he was like, when he in like one of his first pressers, or after they got Fields, they're like, they want to build this offense around him, you know, build it to his strengths. Yeah. Because, you know, if you remember watching him at Ohio State,
right?
You know, he was a killer. You know what I mean? And I think that's what this team, that's what they're doing. You know, under this new OC. So I think, you know, they're gonna put him. I think out of any team he's been in, because obviously, you know, we're thinking about in Chicago. You know, that he had multiple head coaches, multiple OCs and whatnot, and player personnel was obviously just changing and whatnot. And obviously, like in last year in Pittsburgh, you know what I mean? Like he was 1B, you know, so he was behind, and he's, you know, and even though he did good, you know what I mean? Like the first couple games, right? But I think this is truly a team that, like, all right, hey man, we're gonna build this team around you. We got you, you know, we're gonna have a potent running attack, you know what I mean? We're gonna build it off that. They have 2 great offensive tackles, you know, young guys up there, and they got his homeboy, you know what I mean, on that side, so he already has chemistry with.
Right.
So if there's ever a time and a system to find success for him to be the best possible version of himself, yes, it is the Jets. But the reason it might suck because it is the Jets. It's New York, man. They curse, bro. Yeah. Hey, man. So I do think yes. To answer your question,
so? Okay, yeah.
I think that's a valid reaction.
Yeah, man. I lean valid reaction too. I don't think the Jets are gonna win much games. But I think that Justin Fields will show that he is a startable quarterback in this league and is here to stick around. I think that coming into this situation, it was going one of 2 ways. It was either, oh yeah, Garrett Wilson in a new building with new faces, with his homeboy from college,
right?
Good weapons around. Well, not good weapons, but you know what I'm saying? Just
serviceable.
Yeah, serviceable weapons. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he comes out here and balls out. You know what I mean? Comes out here and plays pretty good. Or it could have just been, oh yeah, this is the Justin Fields we're used to,
right?
And it's just trash, throwing picks left and right, missing throws, whatever. But all signs after the first game have pointed to that first one.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like we say it all the time, sometimes a new scene is all it takes. Some new scenery sometimes is all it takes. And maybe you heard the rumblings over, you know, practice, training camp, and preseason game or whatever the case may be. But he came out there in week 1 and showed it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Throwing monies on the dot. You know, obviously taking the touchdowns in. So I like you said, I'm gonna repeat what you said. If any year was the year for him to get right and really him show us like he is a franchise quarterback, it would be this year, this system with his homeboy, throwing to his homeboy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, with Brees and whatnot. So, hey man, I like Justin Fields. I've always been a fan of Justin Fields, and
that's it.
I always thought he had potential, but I also recognized that like. This is it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is it.
This is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they gave you a 3-year contract, but we know this is it for you.
Yeah, they're going to be drafting your replacement. You know
yeah, exactly. Like, so he came out here and hooped, though. He came out there.
I hope it works
on
out
Sunday. And I look forward to seeing what else he does with him. So
I'm thinking of starting him this week in one of my leagues.
Think so?
Yeah. They play Buffalo.
The rushing upside's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's
it's him or Dak.
2 touchdowns from Brees.
It's him or Dak though, but you know, Dak be, you know, he be going crazy on the Giants.
Yeah, facts.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I know. I'm between Dak and T-Law. T-Law plays Cincy, bro. We'll get into that.
Yeah,
we'll get into that later. But from Child Fantasy. Moving on, we got that. That's half of them. We got 4 more. Kind of talked about it again. Number 5, statement 5.
Here we go.
Cowboys are better than we thought, and will sneak into the playoffs.
Hell no.
Actually,
No, boy, this is not going nowhere. You want to be on the just like this. We're gonna be watching the playoffs together like this. Oh, look at those teams, man. No, boy, they's not going nowhere. They going nowhere. I want to hear you justify this one.
It was just a statement, dude. I was just throwing it out there.
I want to.
Really?
Nah, bro.
Like no world at all. That's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe some alternative timeline. Maybe, I don't know. Multiverse.
I know I'm biased. I got the hoodie on right now. I'm going valid, bro. I'm going valid reaction, bro. I don't care, bro.
Okay.
Listen, Dak he's had his bad years, but I don't think Dak started all 17 games and missed the playoffs. Now, will he start all 17 games? I don't know, but
I hope so.
I do know that I do know that he's just always gonna drag us to the playoffs, bro. I think our offense looked pretty good, especially considering we were playing the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Deron Bland did just get hurt. He's gonna be out for some time, so that hurts. But Diggs is getting more healthy, and yeah. Now that I think about it, the defense is bad. The defense is going to be horrid, for sure.
Right.
But I'm just a believer in Dak, bro. And Dak, he might not win us the Bull. Fuck no. But like, I think he can sneak us 10 games.
Whoa.
Okay. In that division, I ain't gonna say that division because it's not elite division no more. But I mean, like, we already got
NFC,
2 free wins because of y'all.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
we got 2 free wins because of y'all. And our schedule's not the hardest. I mean, if Dak has one of those years, which I think he can with Pickens and CD, if CD's not dropping balls left and right, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, you got. Then
we're straight.
It's like you got the what was that one movie with MJ in them? The Monstars.
Monstars.
The Space
Jam.
Jam.
You got Monstars
By Quentin Johnston. They swap, man.
For Thunderstruck.
There we go.
Thunderstruck. What's up about Thunderstruck?
Hey, shout out KD.
Facts. Shout out KD.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck was goated, but yeah.
terrible acting.
Yeah,
hey,
but just a good overall.
It's not about the acting though.
Facts. Exactly. It's about the icon.
Facts.
But really, you just not at all.
Nah, man. I just
wow, bro.
Obviously, like I said, I don't want to keep rubbing about Mike. You losing Micah, you know what I mean? But like,
right
in that defense, I mean, obviously, I think the offense will be good, but I think there's just a lot going on, man. The circus is in town, boy. You know what I mean? The Cowboy circus is coming through. But yeah, man, we'll get a win off y'all.
No, y'all won't.
Yeah, I'm lying.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro. Y'all are debating starting Jackson Dart, and yeah, no, we will sweep y'all. I don't know though. We suck. Our defense sucks though. It just depends when our defense was to show up.
They got Jackson Dart. They terrible.
Yeah, for real. All right, I guess we're split. That was like kind of the first one we really split. But moving on, number 6, and once again, I kind of touched on it. Even Ben Johnson can't save Caleb Williams. Valid reaction or overreaction?
I think it's a little bit overreaction. Yeah, you know what I mean? You saw what Ben Johnson did with Jared Goff. I think Caleb Williams is a significantly better quarterback, more tools than Jared Goff. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's game 1, week 1. But I'm not writing off Caleb, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yet again, I am. There's the bias there. I'll admit that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, he's got a proper coach. You know what I mean? Obviously, they have immense talent around.
Right.
Like I said, so if there's anybody to help him, put him in position to succeed, it is Ben Johnson.
It is Ben Johnson.
So,
yeah, I would agree. Looked very rough week 1, but I just think it's a process. And I said it myself. I think this isn't the year where they start winning games and make playoffs. I think next year is just that year under Ben Johnson, and I think we got to give him some time. And I don't know. I think he'll get better as the season goes on. That's what he did last year. I think
he's a rookie. His first time as a head coach as well.
Yeah,
you got to take that into consideration.
So, learning a new system again for the 4th time in his career, in his short career. So yeah,
I mean, a new head coach for as Ben Johnson. You know what I mean? There's that adjustment as from being a coordinator.
Right.
Obviously, he's just focused on one side of the ball.
Exactly.
Obviously, he's still he's play calling.
Who's their DC though? They had Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis.
From New Orleans.
Yeah, he's a quality, DC.
Decent.
Yeah, so I think there's obviously that. There's just a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of new new things. You know, they're getting settled and whatnot. So, but
Right.
yeah, I think that's a little overreaction.
Yeah, I think so too. Shout out Caleb Williams, Heisman. You'll be bounced back soon. Number 7, JJ McCarthy is legit, and Vikes will still win 10+ games.
These some good statements.
That's a good one.
That's a good statement. It's just one of those things. Is he legit? I don't want to say that.
No,
I'm not ready. Even though it's like
You're
it's
right,
hard. It's hard.
It's kind of two different questions.
You know what I mean? It's hard to say. You know what I mean? Obviously, like you're not gonna say it after the performance he just had, right? You know, it's like I'm just like a hater. Which you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. You know, he made me eat my words, but I'm not ready to crown him. You know what I mean? Like 10 wins, like 10 wins, and obviously, you know, that's a lot of. You know what I mean? Like, but like
and then NFC North.
NFC North.
Some of them gonna have to be quality wins.
Exactly. So and those environments he's gonna have to play in. You know, they're not the easiest, right? But it's like one of those things though, just like, you know, he's in the perfect situation to do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got a top 5 coach in KOC. You got all the talent in the world. You know what I mean? You got the one like I said, one of the best. He's arguably the best receiver.
Yep.
And you're gonna get another great receiver in Addison when he stops speeding. But you got Adam Thielen. You know, they train together. You know, safety blanket, safety valve. You know, it might be his uncle. I don't know.
Might be.
But yeah, can I see the Vikings get 10 wins? Yeah. I'll say that. I can agree. I feel like that's a valid reaction.
Yeah.
I mean, you did with Sam Darnold. I mean, you did more than.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
They got 14.
So you know what I mean. I think yeah, that's possible. But am I ready to crown JJ? Not yet. But you know, he look good.
Yeah.
You know, he cleaned up. You know what I mean, he redeemed himself.
Right.
He redeemed himself.
Yeah,
but that was rough though.
It was
that's
rough.
Not,
the first
like,
half was his true color.
Let's watch the full.
That's when we know. That's when we
right.
know.
So, you know what I mean. So let's take the whole game into consideration.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not sold on him. You know what I mean, I might take another 5 years to get sold on him. I'm like, but yeah, no, I'll give him his respect though. But yeah, they'll get 10 wins, but he ain't there yet.
Yeah.
He ain't there.
Yeah, I would say.
Sorry, Gabe. I know that's your guy. But.
Shao GP. I would say valid once again. You kind of did it for me. It's kind of split into questions. That's why I kind of was like, but like I had to just include them both in.
Right, yeah.
Whatever. But I think they'll win 10+ games, but I don't think a lot of it will be on the because of the hands of JJ McCarthy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just think that defense and just the weapons and just
could make timely throws.
KOC,
as long you know what I mean.
Like you just got to game manage, you know.
Yeah, if you just manage,
yeah, if you just got to manage the game. Sometimes you're gonna have to have games like you did or quarters like you did
right.
versus the Bears. You know what I'm saying? But like overall though, that defense and the playmakers are gonna lead you to a victory most of the time. So I do expect them to win 10 games, sneak in the playoffs, and then that's when JJ really.
Nah, he might go crazy. Actually, I ain't gonna lie.
Really shows.
I just remember he about to become a dad. He might go crazy. You know what be happening? People become a dad. They get superpowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unless you Dak. Nah, Dak was hooping.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see.
Shout out to Dak. Last one. Maybe the spiciest one. Pause. Chargers or Broncos will win the AFC East this year.
Oh, AFC West.
Oh, is it West?
Yeah.
AFC East is Bills and shit.
Yeah,
my bad. West. Same thing. Y'all know the difference.
Yeah, that's a valid reaction.
Think so?
That's not ridiculous. Like I said, I think even like our NFL preseason special, I was leaning. Yeah, I think I didn't pick the Chiefs. I don't think I picked the Chiefs to win the division. We were going through that, so yeah, you know what I mean. Like this is a tough division.
You're right.
You know what I mean. And Chargers look good. You know what I mean. They took that one already.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
was that one? Do you know if that one was considered home for?
It was considered for Chargers home.
Oh, so they'd be playing in KC next time.
They got to rob them.
They knew what they was doing.
Yeah. Like if any team to not give a home, they're like it's gonna be the Chargers. Right. So obviously they're gonna have to meet up in Arrowhead, but I feel like that division they're just gonna beat up on each other. Pause. But you know what I mean. Like the Raiders look. You know what I mean. With Gino, they look. They're not gonna be easy out. You know what I mean.
Right. Exactly.
Like per usual, and obviously Denver taking Sean what's the old boy name? Sean Payton. Obviously, Bo Nix is expected to take that next leap, and I keep glazing this Broncos defense.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
it's up there. They showed it on Sunday.
So it's like that division. They're gonna be it's gonna be, you know, a war of attrition. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, health's gonna be a big. It's gonna be a big, you know, a big thing when it comes down to it. But yeah, I could see either one of those teams, 2 teams, definitely winning the division.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say valid reaction. I think right now, if I was to put money on it, my money would be on the Chargers winning the division.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that this is the year they just got an elite quarterback in Herbert. We already talked about it, and finally got him a competent head coach. Got him some weapons. Got him a decent defense. Maybe not the best, but they come to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think this is the year, man. I think this is the year that the Chiefs do get knocked out. Not knocked out, but
don't make the
knocked off their,
right.
You know what I'm saying, their division winning streak. So
Mm-hmm.
I like the Chargers in that division, man, and even the Broncos. Like the Broncos got a lot of pieces. Bo Nix didn't look the best, and I'm not the highest on Bo Nix either.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's due for a sophomore slump if I was to be real. But even then, though, you know what I'm saying, they got, like you said, you know, great coach and Sean Payton, a great defense. So it just looks like they're all going up. Well, KC's trending down. So
yeah,
with that, I would lean to either of those teams.
It's all good. Denver about to get Tyreek.
That would be insane. That would be nice.
Opposite Cortland over there.
Yeah, that would be
I know
crazy.
Con would be going. Con and Graham would go
Yeah,
crazy.
Nah, I feel like they would be like, no, he's too much of a cancer.
Yeah.
That's how they do nowadays. I don't know.
Yeah.
He is a cancer though. Don't get fucked up.
Yeah.
And he'd be the type to be like, I hate Denver. Oh, he'd be like, I hate Denver.
He about to get suspended anyways.
Facts. But yeah. So those are just some little week one topics that, you know what I'm saying, you can overreact to or not, whatever.
Yeah, drop them in the
It's up
comments.
to
You know
you.
what I mean? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, facts.
All
Facts.
5 of you.
Yeah, huh? This man is crazy, bro. But yeah, moving on. What did this nigga just do to make this? Oh, let's go up like that. Moving on though, we're gonna just dive right into it. Last week we did our pick'ems for week 1.
Yeah.
Vic came on top for that. I think he got, what did it say, 12 total points, whatever that means.
I went 12 and
right?
4.
Oh, you went 12 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay, and I got 10 right, so I went 10 and...
No ball knowledge. Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No ball knowledge. So yeah, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna, you know, pick
the whole slate.
Yep, the whole slate. Go through the whole slate.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with today, Thursday night football in Green Bay.
You know.
Green Bay versus the Commanders.
Yeah. You know, it's never easy going on the field, going on the road, and playing in Lambeau. Especially, you know what I mean, after a short week. So for that reason, I like the Packers here.
Yeah.
You know, they showed some promise and whatnot, and you know, Love was hitting a lot of different receivers and whatnot, and I'm sure that's gonna be the continued theme.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited to watch this game. But I do have the Packers here.
Yeah, I got the Packers as well. I think the Commanders, they're a good team, but I think they're just not there yet. They're one of those teams that are not there yet for me.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Bay looks like they're just primed to make a run and just go, you know, win 13 games. So I'll pick Green Bay in that game as well, in Lambeau as well.
Right.
So yeah.
So then some divisional matchup here, AFC North. You got the Browns versus the Ravens. I'm sure we have this. Those games be low key close, man.
They do, because it's a divisional game.
Yeah.
And Baltimore.
Did they lose some last year?
The
The Ravens lost they split last year. I'm pretty sure. Did they not?
Maybe.
I think they did.
I think they did.
Yeah, they
too,
did.
because they started out like 0-3. I think Cleveland was one of those L's. So yeah, I think they did, because somebody went crazy in that game.
Was it Njoku?
Like hooping. No, like a quarterback.
Oh.
Somebody was like hooping, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he's back." Because was not back, but I don't know who it was.
I don't even remember who started for real.
Facts. I don't know. Watson, but then he tore his Achilles. But I don't think it was D-Watt though.
Who was it? Guess we'll never know.
When D-Watt
Nobody
went
cares
down,
though. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that. When D-Watt went down, who took over for the Browns?
Drop it in the
DTR?
comment. No, he did play. Yeah. Was it? I don't know. Was he? I thought he was like.
Bro, it was either like.
It might be. Yeah, it might have been DTR.
It was either like a backup quarterback came in and hooped, or it was like emergency quarterback that wasn't even supposed to.
I think it was DTR. Yeah, what? That sounds.
It was either like DTR or like a nigga like Josh Dobbs or something like that. Like it was one of those, but either or, we're just gonna
keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Ravens?
Yep. We'll both take that.
All right. Then we got we got Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. Who you like there?
Yeah, man.
You think a shootout there?
I do like a shootout. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna go against the grain and take Jacksonville, bro. I just
Okay.
think that Cincy defense. I'm super high on Jacksonville. We know
Mhm.
that, and I know they had a not the best looking week 1, but
Right.
I'm still high on Jacksonville, especially what they can do against this trash Cincinnati defense, and they always get off to slow starts. I think Cincy drops one here.
Yeah, that's fair, but I'll go with Cincy. I expect at least.
Jameis.
Oh, okay.
Jameis.
I
He
should have
was
known
hooping.
that.
Yeah, because he had that game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
That was electric. That was a good
Shout out James, man.
Shout out James.
Hey, man, you should be the starter in New York for real.
Facts.
But they should cut Jackson though. But yeah, back to what we're saying. I think Cincinnati. I think Jamar is gonna respond accordingly. You know what I mean? After dropping, what did he drop? 4 points in fantasy, whatever. He had a very bad day.
Who?
Jamar.
Oh yeah, Jamar.
He had a terrible day. He had a terrible day. You know what I mean? He's paying his respect to somebody or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm sure you'll find it TikTok. But yeah, I expect them to bounce back accordingly. And I hope it's a shootout. Hope it's an electrifying game. But I do like Cincy in this game.
Yeah. Shout out Jacksonville.
Nah, we could just get to the next one.
Nah, we ain't skipping nothing. Giants versus Dallas in Jerry World. Who are you taking?
Cowboys, man.
There we go. I like that. I'm taking Dallas as well. Dak Masterclass inbound.
Yeah, they gonna make Jerry happy, man.
Yep. Moving on.
They might drop 50, boy.
Yeah, that's the type of games we like to drop 50 for real. Moving on though. Chicago versus Detroit in Detroit. The return of Ben Johnson in Detroit. What you got there?
This is a tough one. But I think initially I was gonna say Lions.
Yeah.
But I think Ben gets his lick back. I think Ben goes out there, you know what I mean? And they kept it competitive. It was kind of competitive in Thanksgiving last year.
Yeah, it was.
And whatnot. And you know, if anybody knows, obviously you say this the same thing, but like, you know, he knows how those Ben Johnson's been scheming against those Detroit players. You know,
right,
exactly.
He knows the tendencies.
He knows everything and whatnot. So if anybody's able to carve him out, or figure out a good game plan, to get the best out of his team and set him up, I like the Bears there. Get back on track, and that panic meter in Detroit going up.
Right. Yeah.
But I feel like they'll be the team that had that slow start.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So start with 1-3 and let the my gosh, Detroit, Eminem come save us. You know what I mean?
Eminem come save us.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I like Chicago there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the grain too. I'm gonna go Chicago, and it might be for the storyline. You know what I'm saying?
For the aura.
For the. It might be a for the plot decision. Ben Johnson, his first win ever is in Detroit. I'm saying his old team, so
they gonna be. You think they're gonna be appreciative? Nah,
they're booing him for sure.
Yeah,
one of it's Detroit. They're booing his ass. So they're gonna boo. The boo's gonna rain down on Ben Johnson. He
extra security, man.
And he's gonna come out here and make his old quarterback throw 3 picks. So
yeah, that'd
be legendary.
Oh man,
so I'm gonna take Chicago though. I do think Ben Johnson gets his boys prepared. So moving on though, shit show. New England versus Miami in Miami.
Hey Miami. Hey, shout out Miami, but. It's Drake May. This New England. They're going to be eating on them. They're going to be left, right, lamb chop. You know what I mean? Balls. Hey, man.
No, it's good. It's
hey,
good, bro.
But yeah, you know what I mean? That Miami defense, bro. Like, who they got, man? They got Bradley Chubb, Minka, and who else?
I don't even know what I mean.
But yeah, he missed like all last year. He got hurt. But yeah, man, I expect them to get right. You know what I mean? Show a little bit semblance. Take a step. That offense look a little bit better. You know what I mean? Than last week, but I mean, same time, you never know. Miami, they might just have a rare game and just but I do like New England here though.
Yeah, I like New England as well. Better coach.
They might be distracted over Miami. They might be a little distracted though.
What?
I don't know. They be having a history like the Patriots when they go down to Miami. They be getting like in close games with them, no matter how bad. But it's also divisional. You know what I mean?
Yeah, divisional.
But who knows? A lot of distractions down in Miami, man. The nice weather and all that.
I'm taking New England as well. Miami just a shit show right now, and until they prove
that's the real circus.
I'm gonna take
That's the real circus.
I'm gonna take a lot of teams over New England.
Yeah. All right, now this one ain't gonna lie.
Face ass. Come on, bro.
You trust Mac Jones over there? San Francisco playing New Orleans. No Kittle.
No, with
Spencer.
who's their coach? Nigga?
Oh, Shanahan.
Shanahan. Yeah, with Shanahan.
This will be a Shanahan
anything,
masterclass.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So
Mac Jones, low-key, last year when he filled in for T-Law.
Yeah.
He was
getting BTJ the ball.
Yeah.
Take notes, T-Law. But
hopefully he'll get Slick Rick the ball today, this week.
Yeah,
I'm not starting him.
Yeah, I wouldn't start him either.
Yeah, but it's Mac Jones.
Starting Jacoby over him. You better have a game, nigga.
Facts. But yeah, even through that, after all that, I'm still taking San Francisco.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much to be said.
Right. Yeah, me as well. I'm still taking San Fran. New Orleans just the worst roster in football, the worst quarterback in football. It's not close. So
I wonder when they're gonna make that transition to Tyler Schluck, or however you say his name.
Yeah, Shuck.
There you go.
Yeah, never.
He said never. All right, yeah. And the AFC East matchup here: Buffalo Bills in New York facing the Jets. What do you like there?
Jet. No, I'm going to Bills. I'm gonna go to Bills. Just the better team. There's not much to be said. But I like the Jets though. I like the Jets and the whole grand scheme of things. The whole season. But the Bills are just the Bills. So I'm going to the Bills.
Yeah. I agree. I have to agree with you on that one. Give me Buffalo. I think Superman's in the building.
Facts.
But hopefully, I think this will be another competitive matchup though. I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, the Bills' defense don't sell. But,
Facts.
Also, we don't know what version of Jets offense we getting though.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. Moving on. Next game, we got the Seahawks going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. Who you got in that one? That one is very close.
I kind of want to say.
To me.
I kind of want to say. My gut tells me Seattle.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's gonna be some Pittsburgh stuff. You know what I mean? They riding off high, like, oh, we back, man. A-Rod back.
Right.
They're gonna have another good game. You know what I mean? And I think Pittsburgh wins. Plus, this is sound ridiculous, but West Coast teams do tend to struggle when they have to come all the way across the country to face East Coast teams.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that time difference and all that. You know what I mean? Throws off, but not like that's very much. But you know what I mean? I feel like the Pittsburgh is gonna find a way to win this one. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle, man. I'm gonna take Seattle. I think they impressed me last week, even though they didn't win. If it wasn't for Sam Darnold, fumbling at the goal line, they would be 1-0 right now. So I'm gonna take Seattle. I like Pittsburgh too, but like I don't know. I believe in Seattle. I believe their defense bounces back. And
I be telling him tell Kubiak, hey man, stop that split, man.
Yeah.
Give K9 the ball, man.
Yeah, I think K9 is gonna come back though. He still didn't play in the preseason. It was all banged up. I think he's gonna get eased back into it and hopefully thrash Pittsburgh.
You need to start watching anime.
So facts.
Lock in, bro.
Lock in.
No, I'm playing.
Bro.
I'm playing. I'm not, but I'm playing.
All right. Moving on, we can just skip over these. Not skip over, but Rams versus Tennessee in Tennessee.
Give me Rams.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Shout out
Rams.
Cam, though.
Yeah, shout out Cam Ward. Shout out Cam Ridley. Carolina versus Arizona. In Arizona.
Yeah, I got Arizona. Yeah, I got the Cardinals.
But
Bryce, you got a question about Bryce?
Remember what I said last week? These are the type of games that Arizona loses.
Yeah,
they almost lost last week.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I'm still gonna go Arizona though to be safe, but don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. And then Denver versus Indianapolis. In Indy.
Yeah.
Both riding high.
Yeah, both riding high, but I think Broncos take care of this one. I think this Broncos defense is gonna humble them. Plus, that's like the game that they had the perfect game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everything went in their favor. You know what I mean? On both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? And that's just not sustainable.
Yeah.
With Daniel Jones as your quarterback. But yeah, I got Denver going in there.
Yeah.
I think he'll have maybe a pick or two, but
right.
But yeah, I got Denver.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Indy, man. I'm gonna take Indy.
Wow.
And what I would think is a low-scoring game. I think the Daniel Jones revenge season starts now. I think he's not gonna put BTA to these niggas, but I think he comes out here hoops. I think Jonathan Taylor has a game, and I believe in Shane Steichen. So right. I think they somehow find a way to pull this out. And yeah, I'm going Indy, man. I'm going Indy.
Okay.
Now, surprisingly, this is not the Sunday night football game.
You would think.
Yeah, you would definitely think it is, but it's not. And that is Philadelphia versus KC, of course, in Kansas City. So, we've been shit talking KC the whole episode.
Yeah, and I gotta stand on that. I think Philly.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna give them nightmares again. Not give them nightmares, but
I mean, I won.
yeah. But like I said, it's never easy playing in Arrowhead. You know what I mean, especially on the road and whatnot, and in that environment. But yeah, she might be. I got blurry. Yeah. Hey, lock in. Camera over. Yeah. But there we go.
Sheesh, there we go.
Yeah, if she's over there, you know, with Mr. Swift. You know what I mean? Who knows? But yeah, give me Philly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Philly as well. Like I said, we've been kind of talking about the KC downfall this whole episode, and it's only right we stand by that. I just think they're very banged up. You got Hollywood Brown as your number one receiver.
Yeah.
And I think over time the defense will get better, but as of right now, the personnel, I just don't like it at all. No pass rush, not the best DB room, and no receivers at this point in time. So yeah. I'm gonna go the Eagles as well. Fly Eagles, face ass.
All right, Sunday night football, man. Here we go. We got Atlanta going up to Minnesota. You know, I like this game. I like this game a lot.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching this. And also, you know, you got your Dirty Birds over there. You're one of 20 teams you support. Who do you got here, man?
I'm gonna go Minnesota still, man. I know Drake London is on track to play, so is Darnell Mooney, but I think Minnesota is just the better team, better, you know, head coach as well. And you know, maybe we turn over JJ McCarthy 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I like Minnesota. They're just a better team overall.
Oh yeah, yeah. As much as, you know, I believe in that offense in Atlanta, you know, so you got to play, you know, both sides of the ball, right? So yeah, I can't really trust that defense as of right now. But yeah, I think being at home, you know, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if JJ McCarthy has like a little hangover from that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, he's that major win he had this past week. But I think this defense is gonna step up in this game for Minnesota. Brian Flores, you know what I mean? He's still one of the top guys. You know what I mean? Defensive minds and what he's able to scheme up.
Right.
But yeah. So give me Minnesota there.
No,
but
sure.
Hoping Atlanta though.
Facts.
My heart
says
Atlanta.
You know, hoping the A wins.
My heart says Atlanta. My mind says Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Facts.
But
moving on, we got Tampa Bay.
2 Monday night games.
Yeah, 2 Monday night games, which is weird. I don't know how that works.
I'm kind of down with that. That was at 6 and one's at 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch along.
Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Houston Texans with Mr. Cinco de Mayo himself, Nico Collins, 5.5 fantasy points. So who do you got in that game?
Yeah, I mean, that should be another good game. This could be down in Houston. I think Houston bounces back though. I think Houston bounces back here. You know, get in front of their hometown fans. So I feel like CJ gonna turn up here. You know, he's gonna have one of those games. And yeah, give me H-Town, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay, they've always just been this team, and I think I said it before the season started. You know, obviously the Liam Cohen concerns were there, but I think they kind of halfway beat those allegations. You know what I'm saying? Week 1, you know, offense still looked explosive. Obviously, we saw with the last couple possessions, but yeah, I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. Buka's the real deal, and I think their offense will keep up. I think the Houston defense is pretty good, so it'll I don't know, but Houston just until they get that offensive line, bro, I just don't know, bro. CJ just does not look like the same player back there, and I don't know. I'm gonna roll with Tampa Bay though.
That's fair. Yeah, so to the second Monday night game, we got a divisional matchup. This is down in Vegas, man. The Chargers versus the Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Genty making his they're making their home crowd, you know, home field debut. Who do you like there?
I'm still gonna rock, you know, the Chargers. I fuck with the Raiders, but I gotta rock the Chargers. I think that they, you know, keep the momentum from beating the Chiefs heading into this game, and use that to beat up on the Raiders. Not just beat up on the Raiders.
Right. Yeah, I like the Chargers here as well. I think the extra rest will definitely help.
Yep.
It's extended rest for real. I mean, rightfully earned though. You know, you
yeah.
playing in Brazil. But yeah, give me LA, man. I think it should be another. It should be a good game.
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, I like Jay Herbo leading those guys, taking care of business out there, out there in the desert.
Yup.
You know, I got my combined total points for that Chargers versus Vegas
I
game.
forgot you had to do
67 points
Wait, where's that at?
at the very bottom. But nobody cares about that.
Oh, tiebreaker. How many combined? You said how many?
67.
Oh, he's a fucking troll. I'm like, bro, that's a lot of points.
Yo.
6, 7, man. I'm gonna go. No, I'm not gonna tell you because if it's a tiebreaker, I'm not telling you.
About to just fade him.
I gotta like do the math in my head.
Look at this college degree go to work right here. Could put the thought bubble right there and add it.
Bang!
All right.
Moving on. Last football topic of the day.
Yeah.
The long awaited. Fantasy football week 1.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys saw our draft, saw our teams.
Yeah.
Now we are going to go over them and how week 1 went. And then looking forward to week 2 as well.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, you know, we both suck. We're both losers. We're actually
Correct.
terrible. But yeah, no, I'll start off.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. I lost. I got whooped, man. There's no other way to put it. I lost 109 to 176. Keep in mind, this guy's team did overperform like crazy.
Yeah,
he literally maxed out. He's like 99%.
Yeah, yep. I play him this week.
Yeah.
His start set actually is 99.3.
Wow, and this is just, you know, my luck, you know. But it's week 1, you know, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
But yeah, some notable. Kenneth Walker, he was
Trash.
5.4. BTJ, solid 9 points. Josh, I don't know. I started Josh Downs. You know, Lord, I thought he was gonna eat on that Miami defense. 3.2. Kittle was balling, and he got hurt. Get well, man. Shout out to Cedric Tillman, though.
Cedric.
He gave me a 16 burger. Shout out to Jacoby, gave me 17. Jordan Mason, I just want to see what he was doing. You know, what he's capable of. You know, I mean, obviously, Aaron Jones still, you know, had the majority.
Yeah.
But Mason did look good in his opportunities. You know what I mean? The more efficient when it comes to running the ball. Obviously, Jones has the receiving upside, so I'll give him his respect there. But yeah, there's not much I could have really done. You know what I mean? Swaps. I mean, Rome had 15. I mean, he's about to be on his team anyways here shortly.
Right.
But yeah, man.
I hope so.
Yeah, I kind of did. I was losing no matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll take that 0-1. But you know, new week. You know, I got to talk to these guys, man. Get them on the phone real quick. You know, I face the homeboy Con, so hopefully, you know, better luck, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I didn't get destroyed like this guy here.
All right, man. We get it, dude. We
yeah.
get it, dude.
I'm gonna put him up on. I'm gonna put the scores up on the screen too.
Let's not.
But he said let's not.
That's cool.
But I lost by like 12 points to our guy Nate.
Fantasy Guru.
And just like, it was just a very awkward week for fantasy this year.
Yeah.
A lot of just like underperforming, a lot of low scores this game or this week, and that's just how it was. Some notable players, Dak. Obviously, should have had more than 8 points, but you know, when you get down to the one, you're just gonna punch it in with Javonte Williams. Niggas was dropping passes. Pickens got PI'd on a wide open touchdown, things like that. So I know I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Dak. CMC. When I doubted you, when I thought it was over, I thought my fantasy season.
You should have seen the voice notes when he was sending us, man.
He came back and showed out, got all the touches in the world. I like that.
He's about to get more. He might put him at receiver.
Now, all you got to do is keep it up for 3 more weeks, and I will be trading you, and you will not be on my team. So keep it up in that span. Don't get hurt. But I like what I see in the meantime. I like what I see. So Amarion, obviously rookie, didn't have the best game.
No.
George Pickens, like I said, had a couple PIs where he missed, could have had a touchdown, but was getting fucking hugged before he could make the catch. Drake London, obviously, was kind of hooping, had that not drop touchdown, but that called back touchdown. That should have been a touchdown. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Oh.
Njoku, you're getting replaced by a rookie. Nice.
Hey, yeah, bro.
Nice. J-Mo, obviously, you and Jared Goff suck. Devontae Adams, Tyrone Tracy, and yeah, no replacements that I could have made either to give me the win. I just got outplayed. But we look forward to week 2.
Yeah.
Week 1 was a historically bad week 1 fantasy wise. So we'll look forward to it in week 2. Get the revenge for Vic here. So
get my facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Dak, I need you to have a game.
Do you have any starting sits that you're debating for this week?
In any league or just
in this league?
Fuck no.
All right.
All of my guys, all the guys on my team are kind of just like young, high upside guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for them to go crazy right now. I'm looking for them to go crazy week 7, week 8.
Bigger picture.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. There you go. I got all my starts right now, so
fair enough.
Which is crazy because if somebody gets hurt, I'm fucked, and I'll be having to put Jaden Higgins in the lineup. I'm cooked at that point. Or when Jalen Coker come back, I'm waiting on Jalen Coker to come back too, and Brandon Ayuk. So, yep, there is that. We'll look forward to week 2 and just football, whatever. Moving on though, this is our last kind of topics about the day. Kind of can speed through them a little bit. In boxing, we got a lot of new fights announced. Within the past week, we got Lamont Roach versus Isak Pitbull Cruz.
Favorite fighter.
I don't know when it's happening, but yeah, negative. I don't know when it's happening, but
I think they're targeting early. Either they said December or early, like 2026.
Okay, so, that's not bad. But yeah, man. 2 of Tank's sons going at it. Well, I guess Roach really ain't Tank's son because he damn near won. But yeah, who you liking that?
I feel like maybe do my homework a little bit and brush up. But
I don't.
I probably lean Roach though. And, you know what I mean? Like homework. I gotta see what who Pitbull fought last. But
a trash can.
Fair enough. But yeah, I like Roach there. That's gonna be about 135. Yeah. Obviously, you said Roach. He did he put on in that Tank fight. You know what I mean, and whatnot. So that should be a nice little calm fight. You know what I mean? Not calm, but it should be a good fight though.
Nah, for sure. It'll be a good fight, but I'm taking Roach by like a mile. Like Pitbull is one of those fighters that is just, and I've said it like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like he is terrible. He is a fighter that has gotten praised for not even almost though, for losing to Tank. And ever since then, that has been the highlight of his career. And that's why people try to put him in conversations that he's not in. He lost to Rayo back, I think that was like what card was that? That was a Crawford card, so about a year ago.
I forgot about it. Yeah.
Lost to Rayo, Venezuela, and that it was the perfect example of how he's gonna lose. When he can't just punch you and be the brawler that he is, put his head down and just hit you.
That's all he does. Yeah.
When he fights somebody with technique, he gets his ass kicked. He got whooped, and that's exactly what I think is gonna happen now. Lamont Roach is somebody who can take a punch, but also has above a 15 boxing IQ. So give me Lamont Roach in that fight.
Yeah.
I know Pitbull. I know that's Oscar's guy, and what I'm saying everybody, but no, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Pitbull is not that guy.
Can you tell that he doesn't like him?
Yeah, facts. I probably, but yeah, like I said,
it's warranted.
Y'all just gotta understand, bro. They have been trying to get this Pitbull versus Tank rematch forever, and it's like
he's been saying
I understand why, but like, bro, Tank had a broken hand and beat him with one hand. Like, what are we like? It's like
that should be enough said.
Pitbull had his moments in the fight, but that's it. Like he got washed, and people just love. Oh, he's in that upper echelon with 135ers. Right. I'm sorry, no. But
yeah.
Moving on though.
They have the unction. It's actually the Gramption. The Gramption. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather, bro. Like, come on, just say y'all want money, man. Like, come on, facts. Bro. Like,
it's a cash grab. I didn't know that shit was happening next Saturday.
What?
Or something like that.
Really? That quick?
I don't know.
See, that's how you know some money grab for real, man.
I think it says September 15th. I think that's what the shit said.
Come on, bro. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Although that's gonna be going crazy, though, so. Man. Like, bro, like, what happened to the game, man? Like, what are you? It's like those fights. I guess you know what I mean. These are the fights that people look at boxing and it's like,
yeah,
they don't. They lose. People lose their respect for boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's exactly what Zed
so.
immediately texted me.
You know, it's just like, I mean, they come on, great. You know, all time greats, legends.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Mayweather. This has always been Mayweather's game, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fought Deji for a bag. He's Money Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do anything he can for a paycheck, and I don't think he's gonna come in there and really punch on Mike Tyson out of respect. But we all know you're gonna watch this dude, but you're just trying to get a paycheck, and both trying to just get a paycheck, and this is what we're doing.
He's just going there before the fight. He's like, "Hey, Mike, hey man, I'm gonna, we're gonna play around. Hit me a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
and just have a fun time in there.
Yeah,
Just have a good one.
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
that's why it's an exhibition.
This is an all-star game, bro. It's not even exhibition. It's a boxing all-star fight, bro.
Yeah, it is gonna be cool though to see like Tyson Mayweather in the same ring. You know what I'm saying? Like those are two different era guys.
Great, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's still just it definitely is embarrassing. It is embarrassing for boxing, and as somebody that defends the boxing versus UFC conversation, it's hard to defend this one. But I mean, if you really just look at it, at the end of the day, it's two old guys trying to get a paycheck. Nothing more to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just for funsies ass fight. And if you're thinking anything else of it, I don't. You're in too deep. Yeah. But it definitely does make boxing look a little bad. Last but not least, I was not even aware of this until you brought it up. I guess Errol Spence, and I did look into it in the issue. Errol Spence Jr. and is it Jermell or Jamal?
Jamal.
Jamal, is that the one that fought Canelo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamal Charlo are in talks to put a fight together as well. Two guys that haven't fought in a minute.
Yeah.
And their last fights were really ugly.
2023.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they haven't boxed in a minute. And this both PBC guys, this is a spot where, you know what I'm saying, they both can come in and see if they still got it.
Right, yeah. And this is what built up in the fight too, more in like the storyline, I guess, like in the, like I said, they're both coming off major losses.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the way they lost too, especially.
Yeah.
Well, especially, sorry about getting that Spence, but but they also, they had the same trainer, Derek James. But apparently now Spence is suing Derek James for some reason. So
damn.
But while Derek James is still training Charlo, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So there's that storyline behind the scenes.
What's he suing him for?
Lord knows. They be suing each other forever.
Wow, I got
business is business. You know how it be. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't make a prediction right now.
Yeah,
Lord knows what what version of these guys are we getting.
Yeah.
Especially with the layoff, that you know what I mean, like
and car crashes. And,
yeah, man, all that unfortunate stuff, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, at least I'm glad to see Spence getting back though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting back in the ring and hopefully, I hope he wins that one. I'll say that. Yeah. I'm not a big Charlo guy, but
shout out Charlo twins.
But
I liked them when they were my guy to. But I thought, okay, you said Jamal.
I think Jermell.
I thought Jamal. Which one? Okay, because one of them.
Why do they have same names, man? Come on, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But one of them for a long time was supposed to be the guy to beat Canelo.
Yeah.
Was that the one that fought Canelo?
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, the one that fought Canelo, he went up.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
The wrong brother, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But the one that's fighting Spence is that one that was fought Canelo.
Yes.
So he's basically fighting the wrong Charlo.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay, basically. Okay. See, that's what I was just trying to figure out. But yeah, I was just trying to. The whole point I was trying to get to was I liked the Charlo twins when one of them was supposed to be the one to beat Canelo because they were good though. They were good when they were up and coming. They definitely were like that.
Yeah.
But obviously they fought Canelo, and now everybody just looks at him like clowns, which
they be
do
talking
to
like
everybody.
It.
But yeah. So, hey man, I'm fuck with Spence though. I mean, if that fight does happen, I will be rooting for Spence 100%. That's my nigga. RP Spence. But moving on. Last topic of the day. We're not gonna shy away from it. We're not gonna run from it.
Fight of the year.
Yeah.
Fight of the decade. Yeah. 2020. You know what I mean? So far.
Yeah, probably since Floyd Pack.
Right. So this is the premiere. Come on, you know what I mean? So we'll be at the restaurant watching it. We'll be down there.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit these last couple of weeks, but Canelo versus Bud Crawford. Who do you got and why? And if you want to pick, how will it play out?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go with my mind. I'm gonna go with my brain and say, Canelo 7-5.
Yeah.
Canelo 7-5 in decision. Hell no, knockout.
No,
If that's what you was looking for. Hell no.
No, I don't think
But
anybody
I'm gonna
was-
go Canelo 7-5.
Those days are behind them.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna go Canelo 7-5. I think that Crawford's a dog, and I hope he does get the job done. But weight classes matter. You know what I'm saying? We're not just gonna
Age
ignore it at the end
matters.
of the day. Age matters. The nigga is 40. Age matters, and just
His last couple performances as well.
yeah, exactly. Not the, but you said about Canelo too.
That's
but,
fair, yeah.
You know, if you're thinking that he's gonna knock him out, that's where you're losing me.
Delusional.
Yeah, you're crazy. He's never been knocked down ever. If you think he's gonna knock him, like, come on, bro, TKO him or whatever. No, but it'll be a fight, man. It'll be a fight. I think that Canelo is just gonna be more of the touch and don't get touched fighter. I think Crawford can have the bigger moments, and if he does, I think that can get him the win, maybe. But yeah, I think
It's
Canelo
gonna be slow burn, consistent.
is
first,
just exactly.
For Bud to win that.
Yeah, Canelo, just like I said, he's just gonna have that touch, don't get touched method, and it's gonna lead to him winning. So 7-5, maybe 8-4.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking more 8-4.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's here. I don't know if maybe there's some rumors. I gotta look into this. I gotta verify this. But yeah, I don't know how true that is, but if that is,
that might be a cover up. You never know.
Yeah, that's real. But yeah, like I said, I'm not to repeat. You hit all the major points there. But yeah, I just want a good fight, man.
Yeah, facts. Don't be no cat and mouse bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Don't be no.
I trust Bud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going out, but I feel like Canelo, he gonna be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's been a runner sometimes, at times I should say.
Yeah, but
what was the fight that it was his last fight where it was just what are we watching?
Yeah, it was more than the other guy, but yeah, but I just want a good fight, man. That's all I ask. That's too much to ask. But yeah,
don't disappoint, man. It's supposed to be a generational fight here.
Thanks.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's getting knocked out. I will say that. I don't think either side is getting knocked out. But or when I say knocked out, I mean just like finished. Pause. But I either way, I look forward to this fight.
Yeah.
Rooting for Crawford, but if you want to make some money, Canelo in decision.
There you go. There's your RB bet right there.
Yeah, there you go.
But
2-1.
yeah, hey, fair enough. But you got anything else for the people?
No, man. I'll just week 2 starts tonight.
Yep.
I can't wait for football. I'm so happy that football started back up. It's just been a focal point of my life right now.
All right, get a job, buddy.
Jobs, bro.
But yeah, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of TETO.
Yes, sir.
You know, what I mean, we'll come back, next week. With our going through our fantasies and go through the week and whatnot, obviously, and obviously as NBA gets a little bit closer, we'll start tapping in there. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir. Cows by a million. Peace.
All right.